Jelly Beans. This is Jewelry Jelly here with Princess Luna and George Washing Machine. And guess who forgot to switch off the switch window capture? There we go. Alright, one sec. There we go. Alright, so we are going to be heading back into Urban Myth Dissolution Center tonight. Just so we are trying to catch up and beat the game finally. I hope everybody has been having a good week. I certainly have. My week started off a little weird and hectic, but had some good talks with some of my coworkers, and something that I was worried about kind of was no big deal, and like it took me a little while to convince myself that it was no big deal, and I had to speak with a few people to make sure it was. But anyway, that was my week. Anyway, we are returning to Urban Myth Dissolution Center. We are returning after finding out the secret of the mysterious Kotori Bako, which turned out to be a box of curses by the poor delivery guy who was saddled with delivering a whole bunch of crazy crap from Beauty June. So, what is next for our heroines? Episode 5, Shadow of Guilt. The Illuminate cards, each with a prophecy. Each of the cases so far had a card at the site, in some way. I somehow had one myself. Eiko-san had the first, Kinoko-san the second. The third one, Mr. Gas Mask, I think. The fourth card was in the cursed box we brought back from Mayusaki-san's. You heard about Mr. Gas Mask, but it's rumored that all of them have gone missing now. Oh, really? If the rumors are true, it warrants the card's reputation for bringing misfortune. I hope everyone's all right. Huh? Director, these cards. The background art seems connected. Good eye, Mrs. Ami. It's time to think about what these cards mean and how they come together. Apologies for the delay. Anything new? Still assessing the information I found at the closet? The series of cases involving the Illuminate cards may be some part of some bigger plan. You suppose your partner and her Devastation and Judgment card are part of it? Yes, I suspect so. The design on this Devastation and Judgment card? The Angel Monument at the site of the Tenshu incident. Mr. Gasmask's card shows the same thing. Also a stairway, lock, a chains, a key, a watchful eye. They're all shown. The Eye in the Darkness card has chains. The Reflection of Death shows a key. Permeating Blight shows a lock. So, among the motifs shown in Devastation and Judgment, the only one remaining is the other key. What happens when we have a full set? The Illuminate card with the key. It's likely we will come across it during this upcoming case. So there is a request coming in? Indeed. The request is from the CEO of a tech company. He was robbed of something important and wants us to recover it. Huh? Whatever these cards may mean, perhaps the case will bring us closer to the truth. The The Illuminae card's prophecies are coming full circle. We should watch what the Zimmers are up to. If something happens to you and your partner, it's all part of the job. I didn't think you'd care so much. Commissioner Tomiri. Huh? I'll have you know, I care as much as you do. It's the guy from the park. Many international conferences and ceremonies this month, leading to a higher number of global VIPs visiting Japan. Security Director Kurosawa of the National Police Agency stated that the police were on high alert in light of the rumored terror attacks. Huh, busy world. Jasmine, isn't this request kind of strange? So he was robbed of something important, wants us to recover it? Each one is strange, but yeah, this one's kind of different. Why haven't they called the police anyway? That's right. If they know something was stolen, the police will listen to them. Yeah. Should have better odds than having us look for it. Smells of special circumstances. Thus the need for discretion. Is this Mr. CEO secretly up to no good? In that case, Investigator Fukurai, your mission is to assess the client's reputation and related rumors. Understood. I'll start doing some social media research. If I remember right, UTech Priority's CEO was Kurosawa something. You know him, Jasmine? No, I just happened to see him mentioned. Might have been a news article somewhere. Kurosawa, checking the reference doc. Yuya Kurosawa, CEO, UTech Priority. So Mr. Big Time is asking for our help. Kind of fishy, eh? He must be on the top floor of a skyscraper. I'm sweating already. Can't hurt to check for rumors of shady biz or bad rep. You're right, checking right now. This is UTech Priority's official account. UTech is a company that provides IT support to Japanese companies. I see some movement on UTech. We should search the company name. Please do. UTP for UTech Priority, I guess. Is that impressive? Can't say I'm the best person to ask, but guess so? Went public in 3 years. That means they're doing really well. I wouldn't know how to explain it right, so I'll just say they're doing super well. Which means we're about to go in? You're that nervous? Government agencies. You know, doing work for the country. Working for the government is an easy way to earn a lot? Not possible, it's a ton of work. A super stressful job? Fired immediately if they mess up? In that sense, our work is a breeze. Kaiba? Oh, there's an urban myth that says if you post that on your socials, very occasionally you'll get a reply from the dead. Wait, responses from the dead? What would they be saying? You'll just have to post Kaiba Ichiran yourself and find out. Kurosawa, the power of the CEO's sales skills. People seem very impressed by the CEO. He's young, probably getting paid a lot more than what his job sounds like. Yes, Yuya Kurosawa is trending. We'll search that up. I wonder what kind of things they're saying about him. Exclusive interview with UTech's Priorities Yuya Kurosawa. His unbelievable climb to the top. I understand my path only because I took a detour. Kurosawa-san seems so young, but he's already a CEO. Isn't that true for most CEOs in tech, though? Assets of 700 million yen? Assets of 700 million? He doesn't ever have to work again. really? Around 30 is when you learn that life is easier if you take it seriously. Affluence? Like, he was rich since childhood? Since he's successfully running a business? I wouldn't say he's totally ignorant. Parents in the social ranking gotcha? So if social hierarchy was a game and your parents were... Never mind, it's too much to explain. Just means he got lucky being born into a wealthy family. Person who inherited power? Someone who gets their privilege from the wealth their parents passed down. Oh, there's GR again. What does that GR mean supposed to mean? Grade rare? Nah. Big sunglasses? Guess that's standard CEO attire? Depends on the person. Glaring at people who want to say hi. Do you think Kurosawa-san is a scary person? Depends on the time and place. A salesman's switch and a private one. Do you think I'm different off the clock? Nope. Success story. Sounds like he's worked hard. Yuya Kurosawa's success story, huh? Kurosawa-san sounds like an impressive person. Why would such a big-name CEO come to us for help? I wonder what happened to him. We've only heard people talk about him as if they saw some celeb in town. Haven't heard of any real issues yet. Unlike with Mayusaki-san, his company seems to have a good reputation. All that's left is to talk to the man himself. Good luck, Zemi. Looks like it's that building there. Jasmine, isn't that an actual skyscraper? Yeah, know it. CEO must be holed up in his penthouse. So I should just tell the reception lady that we have an appointment? Yep. Also, try to relax a bit. Understood. Excuse me. Hello, excuse me. We, have an appointment today. We're from the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. You're from the Urban Myth Dissolution Center? Yes, that's right. We were expecting you. This way, please. Mr. Kurosawa, they have arrived. Ah, hello. Yuya Kurosawa, CEO of UTech Priority Company. This is my secretary, Ms. Kiyomoto. Apologies, she joined us recently, so I keep forgetting her name. I hate him already. Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Azami Fukurai from the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. And this is my colleague, Tomarigi. I hope we can help. To start this off, your request involves the recovery of a stolen item? Yes, about that, Ms. Kiyomoto. I'll handle this. You can get back to work. Understood, sir. Doesn't Kiyomoto-san know what's going on? No, she's unaware. Could you describe what was stolen? I can't mention specifics. Yet I'm sure that an intruder was here, and I am the only one who realized the fact. What do you mean? Might want to call the police if you had an actual intruder. Our business involves clients entrusting their data to us, so we'd prefer to keep things under wraps. Also, I was hoping you might assess the situation objectively. Huh? What happened 2 days ago was strange enough to warrant that. I heard your team specializes in this kind of investigation. Strange happenings. Sounds like something we can handle. I'm having the security camera footage analyzed, but that will still take a while. Hearing my account and my secretary's should tell you how strange all of this is. If you could kindly get started as soon as possible. I see. We'll try to do an objective assessment of what happened the day before yesterday. Zame? Yes, Jasmine? Better watch your back with this one. Can't tell us details, hasn't called the cops, both yellow flags as far as cases go. Kurosawa-san is acting a bit strangely. I'll be careful. Here goes. There's some kind of mechanism on the door. Is this the lock? He said something was stolen, but this room looks hard to break into. Maybe I should ask Kiyomoto-san, the secretary. Excuse me, may I ask you a few questions? Kiyomoto-san, the secretary, right? Yes, I work as the CEO's secretary. He has instructed me to answer you truthfully, as I actually saw things happen. Please ask me anything related to your investigation. Could you tell us about 2 days ago? Did something happen? You mentioned 2 days ago, but nothing happened in particular. The CEO asked me too, but I have no idea what this is about. I see. Could you kindly tell me what you saw? Very well. That day, our CEO had a meeting at a client, so I saw him off. And he returned a while later. I see. And then? I greeted him when he came back, and everything afterwards was as normal as could be. So I haven't noticed anything. I see. Thank you. Do you need a key to enter this room? Yes, a security card. Do all members of your staff have a security card? Yes, all employees have one. That being said, as we handle critical data for other companies, even I am prohibited from entering the CEO room while he's absent. A security camera, likely the one Kurosawa-san mentioned? But the intruder made it in regardless. Reintroducing myself, Yuya Kurosawa, CEO of UTech Priority Company. Please ask my secretary for anything she knows about what happened 2 days ago. Understood. Kurosawa-san, could I ask you what happened 2 days ago? What I can tell you right now is something precious was stolen. The rest I'll disclose once you've talked to my secretary. Oh, but Kiyomoto-san didn't seem to know anything. I wonder if there are any traces nearby that might provide a lead. Is this shadow Kurosawa-san? But it's weird. I feel the shadow is looking at me. Or am I overthinking this? This shadow, is it Kurosawa-san? Or maybe it's the intruder. How do I tell them apart? Looks like they're touching the desk drawers. Wait, is it me? Or is this shadow looking this way, or not? This shadow is rummaging through the drawers. And taking something out? It's holding something, I can't make out what it is. Maybe we should examine the desk itself. The CEO's desk. This chair must cost a fortune. Need to be careful with the CEO's desk. What's this? An Illuminate card? Wait, no. Is this case part of the prophecy too? Hey, that card is of high value. Please, leave it where it is. But Kurosawa-san, isn't this... It is involved. Is it involved in some way in your ongoing investigation? Well, not quite. Then please return it to where it was and continue investigating. I will, sorry. The shadow was taking something out of the desk drawer. From the top drawer, I think. Was anything taken from this drawer? I should check with Kurosawa-san. May I ask you something? Certainly. Was anything stolen from the top drawer of your desk? Top drawer? Why, the desk drawer just specifically. I haven't told you anything yet. Oh, of course. This is hard to explain, but I have this ability called clairvoyance, which is why I'm here as an investigator. Not that you'd believe me or anything, sorry. Interesting. Yes? You believe me? Yes, I find it very intriguing and feel you might be very useful for the case at hand. Useful? I'll check what might have been taken from my desk. Kindly recheck with my secretary, too. With Kiyomoto-san? Okay, I guess. Kiyomoto-san, could you spare a moment? Yes, what do you need? 2 days ago, did Kurosawa-san take anything out of the CEO office? Now that you mention it, I think he was carrying a red card-like object when he left. A red card-like object, not a security card. Those are very different. I wouldn't mistake one for the other. I'm not aware of what it was, but I do recall the CEO being very careful in handling it. Thank you, noted. We'll check with Kurosawa-san as well. If something is missing, then there really was an intruder here. This might be an awkward question. Was there anything strange about your CEO 2 days ago? Anything strange? I don't think so. Did you speak with the CEO about anything? No, nothing in particular. I greeted the CEO, but he just gave me a light nod, as he normally does. I see. Also, this might sound strange, but there was one thing I found puzzling. I mentioned he was carrying something when he left, but to be precise, one moment he was taking out that red object, and the next moment, he was gone. Huh? Gone? Didn't he just leave while you were looking away? He opened the door of his CEO office and disappeared the very next moment. Oh, I see. She seems like a serious person, so I don't think she'd make it up. May I ask you something? Certainly. Kurosawa-san, I heard that 2 days ago, you took out something from the top drawer of your desk. Do you remember what it was? Thing is, 2 days ago, I didn't come back here after the client visit. Huh? So it's impossible for me to have taken something away. But so, if so, why would Kiyomoto-san? What was your impression of her? Do you think she was telling the truth? This is the strange incident that I mentioned. Is Kurosawa-san suspecting Kiyomoto-san? Kiyomoto-san mentioned that you suddenly disappeared. Disappeared? What do you mean? She said you disappeared after taking the object from the desk. As she's bringing this up voluntarily, I don't think she was merely looking away. Oh, I see. To be honest, I don't think her account is trustworthy. Could you please double check with my secretary just to make sure? Okay. I'll check with Kiyomoto-san one more time. If something was stolen, the police should give you their attention. Will you be contacting the police? The thing that was stolen the other day? It's actually something top secret. Huh? Top secret? It's an important matter that affects our very reputation. I need you to I need to ask you to be discreet from here on with your investigation. I see. I need notes on the people I met. Kurosawa-san is the CEO of a tech company. He says something was stolen. What was it? That's it. The stolen item was a red card-like object of some kind. But isn't he going to tell us what it was? He hasn't called the police either, which is rather suspicious. Kiyomoto-san, could you spare a moment? Yes. What do you need? Question. 2 days ago, you were in this room with Kurosawa-san, correct? Well, yes. For maybe just an hour or so. Was there anything about his clothes, hair, or even face that struck you as unusual? no, it was the CEO I know. And so he took a red card-like object from the drawer and left with it? Yes, that's right. Is there something wrong? Kurosawa-san says he hasn't taken away that red object. Was that the important item that our CEO mentioned? Seems that way. And still, he did take it out of his desk while I was watching. I need notes on the people I met. Kiyomoto-san is the CEO's secretary. Kurosawa-san had trouble remembering her name. When was it that she joined the company? Yes, recently. That must be why he couldn't remember her name. Maybe there's a lot of people coming and going here. Just a guess, though. I need to think things over a bit. I talked to Kiyomoto-san, the secretary, as Kurosawa-san asked me to. For her, 2 days ago was just a regular day. Yet actually, something was missing, even though Kurosawa-san hadn't come back to his office. Strange circumstances indeed. Did she misjudge what she saw? Did the CEO simply forget what he did? If something is missing, there must have been an intruder in some way. I wonder why their stories are so different. Maybe the intruder was disguised so that they would look like Kurosawa-san. Kiyomoto-san's story about the missing item was accurate. So whomever it was that seemed to be Kurosawa-san must have actually been here. But if so, did they look so alike that you could mistake them? I need to learn more about the intruder. May I ask you something? Certainly. Kurosawa-san mentioned he's having the security camera footage analyzed. Maybe they've heard back. I should check with the secretary, Kiyomoto-san. Kiyomoto-san, could you spare a moment? Yes, what do you need? About the security camera you have there, is the footage available for checking? Our general affairs team, who handles the cameras, sent us images just a while ago. Here they are. Thank you very much. What does this look like to you? It's our CEO for sure. Looks like it. I'll check with Kurosawa-san himself. May I ask you something? Certainly. I asked Kiyomoto-san for this image from your security camera there. This is you, isn't it, Kurosawa-san? Wow, he does look like me. I wouldn't blame anyone for mistaking him for myself. Could it be that you've simply forgotten about coming back here 2 days ago? That isn't possible. My client counterpart can attest to that. And there is something actually missing from this room. But this is clearly you yourself. I'm as surprised as you are. Doppelgangers. Good going. Jasmine, I think I've picked up what I can here. So, how's that CEO then? Something does feel off. He won't tell us about what was stolen. And he showed interest in my clairvoyance. What's he up to? Definitely seems like he's hiding something. Yeah. Ah! It's from the director! How is it going? It seems you're done with your initial investigation. Yes, but it's kind of complicated. A lot of uncertainties, aren't there? Huh? Oh, yes, exactly. Kurosawa-san himself is one thing, and the clairvoyant's shadows in the office felt different somehow. I see. Also, I saw an Illumine card. Kurosawa-san had one. We can worry about that later. Looking forward to your full report. Let us begin then. Locating a stolen item and recovering it if possible. The request for this case is rather unusual considering our usual fare. And yet it seems this case was made for us. First I thought it was just a burglary, but with the Illumine card showing up, something strange must be going on. We cannot leave this case unexplained. Let us begin the identification. Now, let us start by laying out what has been happening. Mr. Kurosawa experienced something strange. He asked you to speak with Ms. Kiyomoto, his secretary, to make sense of what was going on. That's right. So we asked Kiyomoto-san about what happened 2 days ago. So, Mrs. Ami. Yes? What were the strange circumstances that Ms. Kiyomoto described? Kurosawa-san appeared, though he wasn't supposed to be there. Kiyomoto-san was in the same room for a while, but didn't notice anything unusual. Great. So the intruder entered the CEO's office as if they were the CEO himself, behaving very naturally. The intruder's presence was natural enough that anyone might suspect the CEO of misremembering his own actions. Moving on, the Mr. Kurosawa imposter came to the CEO's office as if they were the CEO himself. The secretary, Ms. Kiyomoto, was the only one who saw him. Her account of that day included an important characteristic of this intruding entity. So, Mrs. Ami, what kind of interaction was there between Ms. Kiyomoto and Mr. Kurosawa's imposter? Between the time the imposter arrived at the CEO's office and until he left. I believe she mentioned the CEO gave her a slight nod, but they didn't speak. That's what they usually do, so she didn't find it strange. Excellent. Precisely. Ms. Kiyomoto did not converse with Mr. Kurosawa's imposter. If they'd had any form of conversation, this would have turned out differently. My final question. Was Ms. Kiyomoto unaware that Kurosawa-san had appeared? Huh? No. She was aware and even greeted him. Indeed. Furthermore, they were in the same room for an hour or two. But Ms. Kiyomoto never doubted the imposter. And yet a client can prove that Kurosawa-san wasn't actually there. So, Mrs. Ami. Yes? What kind of entity is this imposter then, who showed up at the CEO's office? A tangible entity with an appearance practically identical to Kurosawa-san. Maybe a clone or some kind of copy? Brilliant. The security camera footage confirms that the imposter's appearance is almost identical. And yet Mr. Kurosawa himself can prove that he was somewhere else at the time. It's as if there was another Mr. Kurosawa of existence. They did not converse, and yet the security camera footage shows the person existing in two places at once. There is one urban myth that matches these parameters. Identification. Doppelganger. I knew it. doppelganger? A duplicate of yourself that exists in the same world, with no indication of since when or why they exist. Only the person himself would be able to identify the imposter. The terrifying aspect... Excuse me. The terrifying aspect of this anomaly is that if you ever meet your doppelganger, you will die. You'll die? We should warn Kurosawa-san to be very careful, until he recovers what was taken. I didn't know the doppelganger was such a scary urban myth. That reminds me, the same Mr. Kurosawa sent us an additional request. I will handle it personally. You may not be able to reach me for a while, but no need to worry. I leave the on-site investigation in your capable hands. But director? What happened? The director won't be in contact for a while. Will we be okay on our own? Is it that much to worry about? Without the phone calls, it'll just be the usual. You're right, maybe we'll be okay. Phew, home at last. Sir? What is it? Oh, I thought you had come home just a few minutes ago. No, I just got home, obviously. What? Ah! Today's menu, we go check Kurosawa's place. And it seems he ran into his doppelganger. When he called, he was so worked up. I saw it! It was in my room! It ran away! And so on. I wonder if he's okay. Well, he did call us himself and seems safe for now. Though we should wait on mentioning the supposed death if you meet your doppelganger thing. He was at least well enough to have called us. How about the boss man? Business done yet? I don't know, I haven't heard anything yet. Maybe your first solo Dissolution is coming up. No way, I'm not good enough for that. Well, we'll figure it out. I'll look into the doppelganger rumors. Is there anything else that you'd like me to look up? My little investigator Zami is growing up so fast. Aw, you think so? Can you add Zimmers to your research list? There have been a lot of incidents related to them lately. But are there any connections between Kurosawa-san and Zimmers? Haven't you heard? The Zimmers hate Kurosawa with a passion. Not really a big deal if it's just people's opinions, but Kurosawa haters are getting bolder. Understood. I'll look for rumors on the doppelganger myth and Kurosawa haters. Dark secret? Is it really impossible for a company to go public in 3 years? No, it's not impossible, just really, really rare. All these haters, do you think they're Zimmers? That's the thing with Zimmers, you really don't know. They seem like a group, but also go solo. I wish there was some way to tell. I guess you'd think so if you have that kind of opportunity. People like that also tend to go for attention. Distorts values. Are they distorted? Are values even fixed to begin with? This GR again, what does it even mean? Ooh, I wonder if that GR means Great Reset. True, how many times would I have to be reborn to get to live at the top of such a fancy building? If you actually tried, you might get there pretty quick. The Kurosawa we're going to see now is the real one, right? Sure hope so. Are there really? Experiences like that probably hit closer to home than your average urban myth. This one stands out for me. Ah, the glasses are reacting to meeting your doppelganger. Knew that would grab attention. Give it a search. A doppelganger can get a girlfriend? Anything you can do, your doppelganger can do. Anything you can do, doppelgangers can do better. Anything they can do better than you. Huh, is that so? Yeah, makes sense they'd blame it on a doppelganger. Tsutomu Kizaragi said that the doppelganger hallucination theory is when you're seeing a hallucination of yourself. While theoretically it could all be in your head, you could be seeing your older self or a living spirit. A hallucination of your future self? What kind of an urban myth is that? Wait, they said Tsutomu Kizaragi. Right, he did write books on urban myths. Fans would have their eyes on this topic. Oh, reaction to doppelganger hallucination theory. We can probably get more info on doppelgangers from here. Give it a search. Meeting someone in a place where they couldn't have met. That sure sounds like a doppelganger. If that's real. The director mentioned that trait. Doppelgangers can't talk to others. If it's someone who's antisocial or not talkative, it'd be hard to tell them apart. What? Is that a doppelganger too? If it really was their younger self. That's really terrifying. Getting home to find yourself there? Guess that's a classic kind of doppelganger. President Lincoln with the beard? The one with that beard on his face, right? You know him from the beard? Do you really die when you meet one? I heard you get cursed with bad luck. Getting cursed with bad luck, dying if you meet them twice? Which theory is most likely? According to the doppelganger hallucination theory, it's not meeting with your doppelganger that causes death. You see a hallucination of yourself because you're close to death. So it's the opposite? You see your doppelganger when you're already about to die? So a doppelganger is a shinigami? Can't really call those the same thing. No way, you can die from seeing someone else's doppelganger? Take a breath. Go on and find out more about this rumor. The glasses are reacting to the words, cost your life. So many intense words coming up. Death by shock? I guess it would shock you to death. But would it really shock you to that extent? Soul, doppelganger, host body... What? That's a tough one. Wait, what? That sounds like a scientific cause. Compelling if true. Definitely a possibility. Killing the original to take their place? That's way too scary. Now we're into the horror movie stuff. Straw man? A straw man prime minister? Really? Here come the conspiracy theories. They say Kisaragi did it. Must be a fan. A Tsutomu Kizaragi fan using GR. Maybe it stands for Great Reset. Oh, I see. So that's why it keeps up showing up everywhere. This seems to be really popular lately. There's a reaction to Prophet Tsutomu Kizaragi. Tsutomu is just a researcher. Why are they calling him a prophet? Would you mind looking into those rumors? Understood. A time warp? When two of the same person are in the same place on the same timeline, causing a paradox? Do they think reality is some sci-fi movie? What is the world simulator hypothesis? Your guess is as good as mine. They do seem strangely realistic in their own ways. Yeah, it's kind of creepy. Does that mean someone would benefit from spreading that kind of rumor? Could be. as long as people think they could. What are reptilians? I think they're like aliens who try to pass as humans. How old are they? Do certain urban myths fall into specific generations? Different things are popular depending on when you grow up. Hey, happy Friday, Barracuda Joe. How's it going? Are there that many terrifying stories about such things? There's an endless pit of scary stories like that. Me-self? What kind of monstrous being is that? Zami, that's not a monster name. Jasmine, you are the real Jasmine, right? Yes, I'm Jasmine. You're correct. Alright, so we got ourselves another keyword, Prophet Tsutomu Kizaragi. The GRR Prophet Tsutomu Kizaragi hoped for is almost here. Still working it on the clock? I getcha. It's evening here. I'm pretty much off the clock. I had dinner. I made some of my stash of $70 worth of weird Japanese candy. I am going to hopefully relax for this weekend, but it all hinges on whether we get some snow tomorrow as to what I am going to be doing, because my monthly in-person doll club meeting is going to be canceled if there's snow. And right now the forecast is calling for some, and a lot of my fellow club members are older and are not very good at driving in the snow, which I do not blame them for, so fingers crossed that I actually get out of the house tomorrow. So everybody's talking about the Great Reset. They seem to be really excited here. Sounds like a real party for them. Grr, 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 grr. Eep. What is it? Don't keep reading if the posts are creeping you out too much. Really? Have you read it, Jasmine? Well, yeah, I have. Gamers Republic, grr. You should read it again. You can't just stand there and wait for change to happen. You have to take the first step towards change yourself. That's how we can change society and then the world. Grr! I can't say much without reading it myself, but seeing how many different impressions of the book there are makes me nervous about reading it. Tsutomu Kizaragi may be abnormally persuasive. The GR is something you work for? And I thought all they did was read books and rant online. This could be more dangerous than it seems. Updating your values. Ah, that's closest to how I read it too. Simply put, that's what it was about. Was there a statement inside that asked you to come up with your own answer or something? I think it was just a bunch of Tsutomu Kizaragi's own thoughts. Maybe depending on the reader, it resonates differently. Hold on, why is this talking about otakus? I feel like Fujiwara-san said something about that on the occult tour too. Oh, because along with teaching at uni, Tsutomu Kizaragi was an occult researcher. Internet is garbage today? Ugh, I hate that. That's why people thought of him as an otaku. Now they're just trying to start a fight. The worse the info, the more attention it gains. It leads to reactions, which leads to a sense of superiority, and people have a terrible habit of just focusing on that. These people saying grr, it's like they're trying to accomplish something. For Tsutomu Kizaragi, right? It looks to me like they're speaking out in the name of Tsutomu Kizaragi, who couldn't accomplish his goal by himself. Alright, we are done with the social media research. I think that's all we can get for now. Went down that Tsutomu Kizaragi rabbit hole at the end there. Looking into the Zimmers leads to his name showing up a lot. And GR. How is it looking into the doppelganger myth? You got the basic idea? Yes, I picked up a lot of weird info about them. Almost at Kurosawa's place. I hope he's doing okay. Well, the doppelganger first showed up at the CEO's office, but the secretary was fine. And there were many theories around the doppelganger myth itself. So not too sure if meeting one actually kills you. You're right, yeah! Phew, I'm calming down a bit. I'll do my best with today's investigation. Alright, we have arrived at Kurosawa's home. Hello, Urban Myth Dissolution Center here. Ah, thanks for coming. Are you alright, Kurosawa-san? We heard that you're... Yes, the doppelganger. It showed up, and I saw it myself. Its eyes were inhuman, but looked just like me otherwise. Did it attack you or do anything? Nothing like that. But it happened very quickly. Before I knew it, the thing had left the house. Have you called the police? Huh? Oh, well, it's a pretty ridiculous story, so... making a fuss would damage my company's reputation. Anyway, kindly check what it was doing at my place. We have a housekeeper and she saw it too. So please talk to her, and also... Hey, Yuya, we aren't done talking yet. Huh? Who are those chicks? You're bringing over girls in broad daylight? They're here for business. This is work, so give us a moment. Are you okay? She received some messages, supposedly from me, that I have no memory of. The messages asked her various things about my room. I'd appreciate it if you could look into that. Anyway, I'll let you investigate. Understood. Alright, so we are looking into the room. What have we got over here? A series of trophies and awards on display. So many of them. Kurosawa-san must be really talented. Prefectural Junior High Kendo Tournament, 10th place. High School Speech Contest, Judges Award, Silver Medal. Business Idea Contest, College Category, 2nd place. So, Kurosawa-san was a high achiever since his school days. Japan Corporate Excellence Award, Information Technology, UTech Priority. Silver Award, 100K subscribers, 5 Society. Gold Award, 1 million subscribers, 5 Society. Incredible! A photo of Kurosawa-san. Might be one from a while ago. He looks a bit different from now. There's some writing on the trophy he's holding. I thought for a second it was an urn. National College Debate Contest. First place, Inugami University Debate Club. Wow! Winning this is amazing, but also... Inugami? That's my uni! So Kurosawa-san went there too! A mundane, everyday trash can. It's pretty packed. Old documents, maybe? Huh? What's this? A photo, crumpled and rolled up. Is this the same photo as the one on display? No, it's longer sideways. Oh wait, this person on the right. Tsutomu Kizaragi? Why? Why would Kurosawa-san be in a photo with Dr. Kizaragi? I need to ask Kurosawa-san. This computer is huge. Lots of glowing lights. Is this one of those gaming rigs? Takes a tech CEO to have such a huge safe at home. If the doppelganger was after something, this might be it. I didn't think the doppelganger would try to contact Aika. I've briefed my housekeeper, so kindly talk to both of them. Understood. Excuse me. May I ask about what happened yesterday? Oh, yeah, sure. When I got home last night, the housekeeper looked at me funny and she said she thought I had already come home. I had no idea what she meant, but when I came to this room, the doppelganger was there? Exactly, looked just like me. Except the eyes. They were just sockets without eyeballs in them. I just stood there in shock and he took off. I see. Have you noticed anything unusual since you saw the doppelganger? Like a massive headache or something? You're thinking I might die because I met my doppelganger? Oh, you know about that. Nothing seems wrong with my health. That reminds me, you met my secretary yesterday, right? Kiyomoto-san, you mean? Yes. She seems to have skipped work today without permission. Our HR tried to call her, but she's not picking up. Huh? Our staff is looking for her. I'll let you know if I hear anything. Kiyomoto-san has met the doppelganger, so... Is this because of the doppelganger too? Kurosawa-san, did you know Tsutomu Kizaragi? Why all of a sudden? Well, I found a photo of you with Dr. Kizaragi in your trash can. Is that from when you were a student? Well, yes. He was the advisor for a sports team I was in back in uni. So that's why. But what does that have to do with this case? And why are you even searching through my garbage? I never asked you to do that. Oh, right. I'm sorry. I thought I'd thrown away all those photos. But why was the photo in the garbage? Your guess is as good as mine. I noticed it lying around yesterday. To think that you'd dig that up. It was lying around? So if it wasn't Kurosawa-san or the housekeeper, did the doppelganger leave it there? But why would it do that? Excuse me, just a moment of your time, please? Who the heck are you anyway? I might be able to help in some way. Huh? I'm from the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. And what the heck is that, eh? There's been something strange happening around Kurosawa-san recently. It seems someone who looks just like him is up to no good. If this is serious talk, that's pretty laughable. It's true. There was evidence of that intruder in the CEO office too. And I saw it too, or it's shadows, so we're pretty sure it's real. Sheesh, this a reality show or something? Could we ask you your name, please? Aika, Yuya's girlfriend. And what's he doing inviting girls to his place anyway? He did this before too, and we had a huge fight, and I haven't forgiven him yet. I'm just here for work, nothing to worry about, nothing. Nothing to worry about. You're weird. What was your name again? Azami Fukurai. Okay then, Zamzam. What you need? Zamzam? Aika-san, strange things have been happening around Kurosawa-san recently. We're worried about Kurosawa-san's safety. And maybe you could be in danger too. Oi, wait. That's so not funny. Wait, you serious? Very serious. Kurosawa-san might have told you. The messages you received were probably from his doppelganger. Huh? So those nonsense tasks he sent me the other day weren't from Yuya on booze, but from someone else? We believe so, yes. I'd like to ask you something else about the doppelganger. Huh? What? Have you ever talked with him over the phone directly? Nah, nope, just those DMs. I see, just his messages. Maybe it's true that doppelgangers don't talk. Could you tell us in detail what you experienced? Like a few days ago, Yuya DMs me. First I thought, who the heck is this? He usually calls, but hey. I see, it was from Kurosawa-san's actual account. Hey, Aika, remember when you came to my place? Huh? Is this it? Looks like he was asking something. It was super creepy. Got on my nerves after a while, so I deleted most of it. Oh, that explains it. What was he asking you about? Like something about that hard drive in Yuya's room? Hard drive? I asked him about it too. Said something about a black box, like drive or whatever. I said, how should I know about that? It's your room. Don't ask me. Yeah, true. Right? So I figured something was up and came to check. If those DMs were from an imposter, I don't get what's going on. I'll recheck with Kurosawa-san about this. Could I ask you something? Go ahead. About the messages that Aika-san received. Oh yeah, those. They weren't from you, right? Of course not. My account got hacked, it happens. I've taken measures to fix the situation. I see. So does that mean the doppelganger was using your account? I don't know who the culprit was, but this is embarrassing. As a tech company CEO. Excuse me. Alright, so let's talk to the housekeeper. Excuse me, we're from the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. Could I talk to you for a minute? Urban Myth Dissolution Center? Feeling kind of nervous. Ah, yes, Mr. Kurosawa mentioned you. If I can be of any help. My name is Honda. I work as a housekeeper here. May I ask what happened yesterday? Someone who looked just like Kurosawa-san came here? Someone just like him. She's deep in thought. It was around 8 o'clock last night. Mr. Kurosawa came home and immediately went to his room. I was preparing his dinner when I heard the entrance open again. I looked out and Mr. Kurosawa was standing there. I think I told him that I thought he'd already come home. What did Mr. Kurosawa-san do? He went to his room, then soon after I heard him yelling. Yelling? Like, ah! When someone's surprised. Mr. Kurosawa came out of his room immediately afterwards. And another Mr. Kurosawa followed him out shortly after. And by that time, the first Mr. Kurosawa had disappeared into thin air. I couldn't believe my eyes. I see. Did you look inside Kurosawa-san's room? I am only in charge of cleaning for all of the other rooms. I was told that Mr. Kurosawa's room has various things he can't show anyone else. When I first came here as housekeeper, I was told that entering Mr. Kurosawa's room is strictly forbidden. I see. Honda-san, when did you start working here as a housekeeper? You seem accustomed to this job. When did I start? She's really intense. Is it just me? I've been a housekeeper for a long while, but I started working here recently. Oh, really? I'm old, but still need to work to pay my bills, you see. I could do with a little raise if you catch my drift, or would Mr. Kurosawa fire me if he heard this? She doesn't seem to be kidding at all. Just checking. Did you speak in any way with the first Kurosawa-san that came home? In any way? As in, did you talk at all? Just reacted as usual, I believe. I greeted him with a "Welcome home, Mr. Kurosawa," and he gave me a small nod and headed to his room. So you didn't have a conversation. Understood, thank you. So the first Kurosawa-san probably was the doppelganger. And the one that yelled wasn't the doppelganger. We have an idea of the doppelganger's actions, but what is its goal? Alright, let's put on those glasses. I see two shadows. Could they be Kurosawa-san and the doppelganger? So I'm seeing their shadows overlapping from when they came home last night. They really look alike when compared like this. But I can somehow tell which one is the doppelganger. I wonder why. And again, the doppelganger shadow. It really does seem like it's watching me. It's supposed to be just a trace. How is it doing this? Reminds me, need to check with the housekeeper about what the doppelganger did. shadow is the doppelganger, it looks different somehow. It's near the computer, but what is it doing? I can't make out exactly what he's doing with his hands, but it looks like he's taking something out or away from the computer. I should figure out what could have been around the computer. The shadow, it's different from the usual ones. This must be the doppelganger. Is it trying to do something to the safe? Huh? The shadow seems to be looking at me and laughing? Too scary! I should check for traces of the safe being tampered with. The doppelganger was staring at the safe. Was anything stolen from it? I should check with the housekeeper, Honda-san, whether the doppelganger had anything in its hands. I should also ask Kurosawa-san to check the contents of the safe. I think the doppelganger was fiddling around with this. There's a USB cable dangling here, but nothing connected to it. The messages you received were probably sent by the doppelganger. Kurosawa-san's account seems to have been hacked. Hacked? Yuya Kurosawa, CEO of a security company, getting hacked? Loser. That's what it seems like. And who exactly is that doppel or whatever? An ex of Yuya's? Ex? It's more like a copy of the person? I don't get it. But isn't this a dumped ex trying to get back at Yuya or something? Well, I don't know for sure. Is this not an occult case, but an angry ex case? Could I talk to you for a minute? I'll keep it short. Did you notice anything unusual or peculiar about the Kurosawa-san who came home first? Peculiar? Yes. I can't imagine that the first Mr. Kurosawa I saw might be someone else. As far as I could tell, it was most certainly was the Mr. Kurosawa I know. I see, thank you. When the first Kurosawa-san came out, was he holding anything? Holding anything? Like a wad of bills or expensive-looking jewelry? No, I don't remember him carrying anything of the sort. Do you mean Mr. Kurosawa's room has such things in it? Well, I wouldn't know. Then again, he wouldn't have that huge safe if he didn't. Huh? Oh? Is there something wrong? Well, If she's never been in the room, why did she know about the safe? Okay, so I've got some time to put together some hypotheses. I need notes on the people I met. Honda-san works as a housekeeper at Kurosawa-san's place. When did she say she started working here? Yes, she started working here recently too. I wonder if Kurosawa-san tends to overwork his staff. I need notes on the people I met. Aika-san is Kurosawa-san's girlfriend and was at his place when we arrived. Why was it that she suddenly came to Kurosawa-san's place? Yes, she received fake messages through Kurosawa-san's hacked account, so she came over to check. I'm surprised that someone could hack Kurosawa-san's account. Can't be easy. What kind of super hacker could pull that off? Could I ask you something? Go ahead. Have you noticed whether anything was stolen? And did you check the contents of your safe? I haven't checked thoroughly, so that is a possibility. That safe is huge and stands out, so you might want to make sure. Indeed. Actually, I'm a bit busy right now, so could you check the safe yourself? What, me? Yes, please. I should have contracts, watches, and some gold in there. The combination is 5666, so please go ahead. Oh, understood. Isn't that careless of him? Or does he have a reason? Is it really okay to open this? Let's see, 5666. It's open! How will I know if everything is here? Contracts, watches, actual gold bars? I guess nothing has been stolen. I need to think things over a bit. The doppelganger who appeared at the CEO's office showed up at Kurosawa-san's place as well. It entered Kurosawa-san's room. Maybe to lie in wait for Kurosawa-san himself? Kurosawa-san did indeed encounter the doppelganger. Yet it could have waited for him anywhere, including the entrance. Which means there could have been a reason it was in Kurosawa-san's room. It doesn't seem to have touched any of the valuables. It had sent messages to Aika-san, too. I wonder what it was trying to do. Let's see. The goal seems to have been to get the hard drive that was stored in the safe connected to the cable? Was it really so? The doppelganger seemed to be asking Aika-san about Kurosawa-san's room, so it was probably looking for something in that room. Let me rethink this. There we go. The goal seems to have been to get the hard drive that was connected to the cable in Kurosawa's room. Yes, that must be it. I'm not sure what an HDD is, but judging from the messages Aika-san received, that must be it. Maybe I should ask Aika-san about what exactly an HDD looks like. Could I bother you again? What? Not done yet? Aika-san, about the HDD. Hey, I wouldn't know, okay? Yes, but it would help to know what kind of shape it was. It was near the computer, connected with a cable, and around the size of a lunchbox. Oh, yeah. It was a black box with a sticker on it that said 5 or something. A 5? Not sure about that, but might be it. Kurosawa-san might recognize that. We should check with him. By the way, do you know if any of Kurosawa-san's ex-girlfriends might know a lot about HDDs? How should I know? Of course. Sorry. Could I ask you something? Go ahead. Kurosawa-san, do you know about an HDD with a sticker on it with a number 5? Wait, he's really surprised? What about it? Seems like the doppelganger's goal was to get that HDD. What does HDD stand for, anybody, by the way? Kurosawa-san? About the HDD? Huh? HDDs are storage media. You can save a large amount of photos, music, or videos on them. I see, then it might have had something stored on it that the doppelganger wanted, which is why it was stolen. Would the Urban Myth Dissolution Center be able to recover it for me? I can't say for sure, at least not immediately. Worst case, destroying the HDD works too. I would appreciate it if you could prevent the contents from leaking out. I can't promise anything. figure out why Doppelgangster came here? The doppelganger seems to have stolen an HDD from Kurosawa-san's computer. Huh? An HDD? Just the HDD without touching the gold bars or other valuables. Kurosawa-san even asked us to destroy it if we need to. Ah yeah, don't agree to it, those requests lead to complaints later on. So it came for the HDD. Wonder what's inside. Also, Kiyomoto-san, the secretary. She skipped work without saying anything and isn't answering. Could meeting someone's doppelganger bring death to others as well? Kurosawa-san said his staff is looking for her, but I hope nothing's happened to her. Kurosawa-san and Honda-san, the housekeeper, have both met the doppelganger in this house. Yeah, might not be safe. I'll go grab the van, so tell Kurosawa and the housekeeper to be on their guard. Understood. Get some rest, Zami. We're on standby until Kurosawa updates us. Gotcha! Thank you, Jasmine. Huh? What is this place? It's dark, but so loud. I don't want to see or hear. I'm scared. No, help me. Yeah, this is way too loud. We should go somewhere quieter. Miss Zami. Miss Zami. Director? No! No! Zami, you awake? Yep! Dozing off again? Huh? What the? Oh, I was just zoned out for a bit there. Stop falling asleep while we're talking. Kurosawa sent in this stupid request, so we need to get planning. I'm sorry, I had this weird dream. Anyway, you were saying the doppelganger had actually shown up before the CEO office intrusion? Yep, it turned up a week ago in the UTech HQ server room. Which makes 3 sightings. Server room, CEO's office, CEO's home. Sure gets around for an anomaly. By the way, we haven't heard from the director yet. Hope everything's okay. It's looking like we might have to do the dissolution ourselves, eh? I'll practice manifesting the eye-opener and unlocking it. No idea what you're talking about. UTech HQ coming up. Time for investigator mode. Yes! Kurosawa-san, you mentioned the doppelganger was here a week ago? Yeah, seems like it showed up in the server room. No reports of anything stolen or sabotaged so far. Can I ask what this room's for? This is our server room where we store important data for our clients. It's usually off limits to external parties. My main concern is why the intruder targeted this server room. Since it's appeared in our buildings twice already, it may have hostile intentions toward our company. I hope you can find out why it came here. Understood. By the way, I asked you to look for the HDD stolen from my home. Could you give me a status report on that first? Actually, our job is to investigate urban myths. Looking for stolen property is not quite what we... Well, it looks like our understanding of the request and your work aren't aligned. Hey, when did we agree to change our service plan? And you are? Just a part-time helper. If you have an additional request for lost property searches, I'll check with management. We're not in the position to make those kinds of decisions ourselves. Especially for this kind of pseudo-police work. Never knew it might turn out illegal, really. I can write up a theft report for the police. Actually, we've had a lot going on with all these strange incidents. Please forget about the stolen item for now. We'll handle that ourselves. Just continue investigating the urban myth element if that works for you. Oh, okay. Please check with the server engineer and security guard about what happened here. Okay, we will. Thank you, Jasmine. Why did Kurosawa-san's tone change all of a sudden? Leave those situations to me. Anyway, he's showing his true colors. He almost forced that responsibility on us. Let's move on. First, we need to know what appeared here. And next, why it came here specifically. I'll keep an eye out for what Kurosawa's up to while we investigate. Looks like a shelf for stowing connection cables and tools. Quite a lot of stuff kept here. Wow, these servers are almost a wall of their own. Wouldn't fit in my place. I wonder if folks working on their PCs need to have them at home. So about the servers, is the big one the server, or are the various pieces sticking out the servers? The server has glass doors but no locks. Looks just like Kurosawa-san. But this one's the doppelganger. It seems to be doing something to the servers. This shadow looks just like Kurosawa-san. But it's actually the doppelganger, I think. Yes, positive. He's standing there all confident, like it's his own company. It means the security guard saw this doppelganger too, right? A shadow which looks just like Kurosawa-san. But I'm starting to see the difference. This one must be the doppelganger. It's staring at this server. Oh, it's looking this way and laughing? Scary. I wonder what this server is. The doppelganger seemed fixed on it. Well, the shadow is probably Kurosawa-san's. He looks different from the doppelganger. Really sorry about earlier. Oh, it's okay. Force of habit from the negotiation table. Oh, okay. Could you tell me about what happened here in detail? 1 week ago, late at night, the doppelganger showed up here, though nothing was taken. Please ask our server engineer and this room's security guard for specifics. I was out of the office working on something else, so I wasn't aware of what happened. Understood. I'll check with the engineer and security guard. Oh, by the way. Did you remember something? You have this special power, right? I seem to have lost my fountain pen when I came here this morning. Your fountain pen? You're good at finding such things, aren't you? Well, kinda. It's actually a very special pen for me. Could you try looking for it? It was a gift from my father. From your father? We should definitely try to find it then. Exactly. Would you mind? It should be in this room somewhere. I'll take a look. I wanted to ask about Kiyomoto-san. You mentioned she wasn't answering calls? Kiyomoto? Oh, my secretary. Oh, yes, I'd forgotten to mention this. We haven't been able to contact her. I asked HR to check on her home, but they couldn't find her. So she might be missing. Huh? Maybe that secretary job was physically demanding in some ways, but disappearing with no word or warning. I don't think that's what's going on. meeting the doppelgangers of other people can kill you too. That's pushing it a bit, no? I met mine 2 days ago, but nothing has happened. Though that reminds me. That reminds you? It's just that our housekeeper didn't show up this morning, and hasn't contacted us either. Your housekeeper? Honda-san? Is she okay? Your secretary Kiyomoto-san and now your housekeeper Honda-san. Both recently encountered your doppelganger. It's really strange that they're going missing like this. Well, actually, there are lots of irresponsible people in the world. And why am I totally unaffected? Well, I wouldn't worry too much about the doppelganger rumors. Wait, so that wasn't why you requested the center's help? Alright, anything else he needs to say? No. Okay, so where is the missing fountain pen? Yes, definitely Kurosawa-san himself, not the doppelganger. Looks like he's placing something on the tool shelf. Maybe he put the pen here and forgot about it. Need to check. The shadow was around here. There it is! An expensive-looking fountain pen. Why would he put it here of all places? Did he hide it on purpose? Anyway, let's give this back to Kurosawa-san. Yes, anything you need, let me know anytime. We're still looking into the intruder's motive. But here's your fountain pen. It was right on the tool shelf. Ah! That power of yours. It's real. This should work then. Huh? Just talking to myself. Please, carry on with your investigation. Interesting. Hello, we're from the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. Oh, hello, I'm Nakata. I handle UTech Priority Server Room, Admin, and Maintenance. Are the servers those large machines in the back? Yes, those shelves hold hundreds of servers, and I'm in charge of them. Oh, I see. Makes sense. Could you tell me about your work? I work in UTech Server Room here in the headquarters. I oversee and maintain the server hardware and also handle troubleshooting. Are you always here? I'm actually pretty new to the company. Not always, though I often do come down and handle things here. I see, thank you. Could you recap what happened a week ago at night? That day, I was handling our regular monthly server maintenance, among other things. So it was your monthly special day where the servers get their beauty time? I guess, yeah, something like that. The CEO showed up during that time, a little past midnight, I think. He came in and just, knowing I was busy at work, he just gave me a wave. Like, don't mind me, carry on or something? Yes, exactly. So I was focusing on the maintenance process and other tasks. Did you notice anything unusual? Unusual? Let me think. Well, he acted just like the CEO usually does when we see him around the office. Do you know exactly what he was doing? That would be... no, I don't really know. He seemed to be working on something, but was gone when I looked up. Okay, and let's see here. It's in a glass compartment with a solid-looking door and lock. Tight security here. The doppelganger's shadow was looking at this server. I wonder what's stored in it. Maybe I should check with the server engineer. Nakata-san? Yes? There's a server with a lock. What's stored in it? We're thinking that maybe the doppelganger was aiming for the content of that server. The server's content? I can't really tell you that due to security protocols. I could, but I'd need permission from the CEO, so... I need notes on the people I met. Nakata-san is the engineer in charge of the server room. When the doppelganger showed up, what was he doing? Strip, rock, paper, scissors? Yeah, right. Yes, he was working on a monthly server maintenance. Was it a coincidence that the doppelganger came on that day, or not? We're from Urban Myth Dissolution Center. May I talk to you for a bit? Yes. Heard from the CEO. Inoue here, security for the server room. Please ask me anything, yes. Inoue-san, could you help tell me about your job? Yes, I'm in charge of security for UTech's server room. We handle important data such as personal information, yep. I see. A week ago at midnight, we heard that someone came to the server room. Oh yes, the CEO's doppelganger? Yes. Exactly. Could you tell me everything you saw at that time? Well, I don't really understand this doppelganger thing. Someone who looks just like the CEO, I find that hard to believe, just like that, yep. I know it sounds ridiculous, but we're sure an entity like that is out there. Things have been stolen from the CEO's office and Kurosawa-san's home, yep. We would appreciate your help, especially to prevent any further incidents. That makes sense, yep, I see. It was just past midnight on that day last week, I think. The CEO just showed up like that, yep. Does Kurosawa-san usually come by at those hours? No, it's rare that he even comes to the server room. Our server engineer Nakata was here too, yep. I see, so what was Kurosawa-san doing here? He entered the server room and seemed to be doing something inside. But I didn't see what exactly. Alright, I see. Was there anything unusual about Kurosawa-san? Well, he was just like his usual everyday self. He's here today as well, but even if you told me he was the doppelganger, I wouldn't know. There's no way I could tell, yep. I see. One thing though, he was there one moment and gone the next. You should ask Nakata, our server engineer, about this. He also met the CEO here last week. No, met that doppelganger thing. Here, yep. I see, thank you. I need notes on the people I met. Yep. Inoue-san is the security guard in charge of the server room. He seems to have encountered the doppelganger, but what time was that? Yes, right around midnight. Inoue-san and Nakata-san were working late. At that hour, there aren't any other witnesses. Nakata-san? Yes? Did you get a close look at Kurosawa-san's face when he appeared at midnight? I'm not too sure, but I did look at him when he entered this room. I think he was just the usual CEO. Yes, anything you need? Let me know anytime. There's a server with a lock. What kind of data is stored in it? Could the doppelganger be trying to steal that information? Nakata-san mentioned the doppelganger was doing something to the server. I see. Please check with our server engineer about specifics. You can tell him I gave you permission. And even if the doppelganger is indeed after the server's content, the data within is encrypted. You mean it should be safe? Yes. However, I'm concerned that our engineer hadn't mentioned that so far. Why is that? All hands-on server processes are up to the team in charge. So I wouldn't be accessing anything directly myself. I see. I'll check with Nakata-san about that. Nakata-san? Yes? Kurosawa-san said you're allowed to tell us about the server's content. Also, I think he's a bit worried about why you hadn't informed him that the doppelganger tampered with the server. What? Me? Well, to be honest, I felt that the CEO was acting strange that day. I asked him what he was doing, but he didn't even answer me. So you did feel something was off? Yes, and to answer your question, that server is for government-related matters. It contains the National Police Agency's information system. The National Police? Issues with that server tend to be complicated. So to be honest, I preferred not to cause any issues by speaking up. I see. And please, it's strictly off the record that it's for the police's information system. So it's not like I had any other intentions. I'm sorry. And either way, it takes special authentication to access that system. So the intruder shouldn't have been able to extract any data. So in order to do anything with the server's content, you'd need to clear the authentication. You'd need to clear the authentication? That's right. So I bet the intruder probably got this far, then gave up and left. Please pass that on to the CEO. Understood. Thank you for explaining. I wonder if the server near the back wall is all right. The doppelganger was trying to do something to it. Maybe I should take a look at it through the glasses. This doppelganger, what is it doing to the server? It's touching something. Connecting a cable to the server? Wait. Is that even safe for the server? Should I worry? Yes, anything you need, let me know anytime. Nakata-san? Yes? Can I ask you something? Yes, can I help you? Yep. The server has neither a door or a lock, so it just opens up. The doppelganger was connecting a cable to this and doing something. I need to let the server engineer know about this. Nakata-san? Yes? Excuse me, about the server in the back. The doppelganger might have been targeting the server in the back of the room. It seems to have connected a cable to it and then did something. Did it steal some important data, maybe? The server in the back? You mean the one without the lock? The server in the back isn't being used yet. We'll be setting up its structure and getting it ready for actual use. Oh, so there's no data in it that could be stolen? Yes, it's totally empty. It's not even connected to the internet, so there's nothing that could be done with it. So the doppelganger snuck into the server room to steal important data, but didn't find anything, so gave up? That feels off somehow. Maybe I should ask Jasmine for tips. Just be wary around Kurosawa, okay? About the doppelganger that appeared in the server room. Any thoughts? For a doppelganger, this one doesn't seem that supernatural. This one came for the server room. The stolen item from the CEO's place was an HDD. Oh yeah, and the card-like device it stole from the CEO's office. Well, the item stolen from the CEO's office was some kind of device. All I heard was that it's red and card-like. Oh, guess I shouldn't assume then. Any leads you're aware of? Not too sure. Might be something, but nah, I'm not that confident yet. I see. Let me know if you figure out anything. The doppelganger must have a goal. It's like it's targeting something. If we keep working his case and it turns out the Illuminae cards are related, if they are, I think I'll need a bit more info, Zami. Give me that info. On it! So we know quite a bit more, but also quite a bit less. Which means the doppelganger came to the server room, but it seems it slipped away without taking anything this time. But in this room, there's one server, which sounds like an obvious target. Say what? Well, you see, why are you whispering? The server contains the National Police's information system. The National Police? Shh! But nothing seems to have been swiped from the server, yeah? It seems the police info system needs special authentication to access. Authentication, so password. And it left this room, for now at least. For now? I'm more and more confused about the doppelganger's goals. Actually, Zami, I think I might have an idea. Question is, what type of data from the National Police is stored there? Oh, is there a way to find out? I think Kurosawa has taken a peek at the content at least. Gotta find a way to make him spill the beans. Oh, wow. Kurosawa is feigning calm, but is obsessed with whatever was taken. Then again, he's not just going to tell us if we ask. So it's a matter of what could we tell him that would make him talk? Gotcha, I'll think about it. Go for it. Let's think things through. The National Police's information stored on UTEC's server. Jasmine thinks Kurosawa has peeked to the content. Is there anything you're unsure of? I think it's going to be hard to get him to talk. Kurosawa-san has been hiding various pieces of information from us. If we could make him believe that we are partially aware of the truth and are in a position to help him, we may be able to get past his emotional barrier. The doppelganger is clearly sneaking in to steal the National Police's data. It's acting in ways that an anomaly wouldn't. Is there some kind of hint in there? What could we say to catch Kurosawa-san off guard? The doppelganger may be a Zimmer who is trying to plot a terrorist attack. This is just a thought, but putting aside whether the doppelganger is an anomaly or not, if we hypothesize it's a Zimmer working towards a goal, things start making sense. This is a huge slip-up by Kurosawa-san's company, but he'd probably tell us if it would stop a terrorist attack. We could possibly ask Kurosawa-san outright, but that's kind of scary, honestly. I should check with Jasmine first. That Kurosawa guy, he seems... I'll keep an eye out too. Sounds great. Just a thought. About the entity we've been calling the doppelganger. Could it be a Zimmer trying to make things look like it's a doppelganger? You think so too, Zami? They snuck in here a week ago to snatch National Police info for their terrorist plans. But they failed and realized they'd need a red card-like a device for the heist. So they stole it from the CEO's office or something like that. They needed a device to steal the data? How do you know this? Zami, just trust me on this one. Go pressure Kurosawa a bit. If he won't talk, just mention that device, and he should tell you everything. Okay! I don't think Jasmine's telling us everything. Yes, anything you need, let me know anytime. Kurosawa-san, about the content of the server that the doppelganger tried to hack. I can't really tell you much. Could Can't you just focus on the intruder's motive? What if the intruder was a Zimmer? They've been carrying out terrorist attacks. If they had laid hands on the information, you don't know what they might do. What exactly is this top secret info about? Let's slow down a bit. As I mentioned earlier, nothing was taken during this intrusion. And you may have heard, but even if they had tried to access the server, a special authentication is needed to retrieve the data. Oh, but the red card-like device was stolen from your office, wasn't it? Isn't that a huge concern? I didn't think you'd find out this much. The information in that server is related to VIP protection. VIP protection? Info related to security measures for political figures and leaders from within Japan. And also for VIPs visiting from overseas. Security is a growing concern recently. You mean the Zimmer terrorist activities that we see in the news? So Zimmers could plan terrorist attacks with that information? Yes, which is why I was hoping you could figure out who the thief is. Then again, you got me. Guess I underestimated you. He's wording this as if we brought up a real zinger or something. I should update Jasmine either way. That Kurosawa guy, he seems... I'll keep an eye out too. Sounds great. Jasmine, we know what's in the server. You okay? You don't look good. It's got info on VIP protection. The intruder who came to the server room was trying to access VIP protection info. Just like you suggested, I mentioned the device to Kurosawa-san, and he told me. Okay, if it's a Zimmer, then they're definitely planning out the steps towards their goal. This means the Zimmers have full access to security information on the VIPs, right? You got it. This could be really bad. Jasmine, does the situation look hopeless? Well, the doppelganger has probably been after Kurosawa's data for a while. And the server contained national police info on VIP protection. Did the Zimmers do this to plan terrorist attacks? The police are in danger, but we are now too, now that we know. If they realize the center is involved, the Zimmers may label us as threats and actively target us. Oh no! Even if we aren't doing anything to them? We figured out their plans. That's reason enough for them to come after us. And this means the bossman's silence is a concern too. No word in a while. Let's hope it's not because of the Zimmers. Do you think the director's okay? The bossman's a resourceful one, so I'm not that worried. Either way, the Zimmers have probably already achieved their goal. Now, it's up to how we and the police follow up. I see. Anyway, let's stop here for today. Tell them bye and head home. Yes! Having that stolen really messes with our plans. The red device, too. Then again, that girl's power could be useful. Ooh, that's not ominous at all. I really hope the director is okay. Assuming Jasmine's right, I wonder what the director is doing now. Another pile of books. Researching something, I guess? Occult Fundamentals for Dummies. Alien Abduction Techniques, Past and Present. The World Without Tsutomu Kizaragi. Spice Up Your Occultic Fun. The Book of the Dead According to Tsutomu Kizaragi. These are all books by Dr. Kizaragi. And there's something else in the pile. A memo by the director. Server room, CEO office, Kurosawa home. The last line reads, Kurosawa Seiji. The doppelganger's movements. Seen with that vision? It's time for me to go meet Jasmine. Okay, let's get started. Any word from the boss man? Not yet. I don't know what's going on. Seems really busy. I did find a memo listing the places we've investigated. The last line read, Seiji Kurosawa. Keeping watch with that vision, huh? Could throw us a tip or two at least. Anyway, Seiji Kurosawa is Yuya Kurosawa's father. We'll be heading to Seiji Kurosawa's home, their estate. The doppelguy showed up there. You mean at Kurosawa-san's family home? Yep. If the boss man had that name written down, there must have been some clue. Seiji Kurosawa, that CEO guy, has some serious lineage. Wait, who exactly is Seiji Kurosawa? Again, how do you not hear about things? Looking him up online will give you an idea. Understood. I'll search for Seiji Kurosawa then. I wonder if the Kurosawa estate might be hiding something. Something that the doppelganger and Zimmers both want. The info stored in the server room? Maybe not, since it's top secret. What a mess if that had leaked. Anyway, I'll go ahead and look up Seiji Kurosawa. Alright, so I am going to end things off for the evening here because my voice is getting tired. So let us see who is streaming and we will give them a raid. Ooh, okay, let us see here. Oh, we are going to raid Edward Bosco. He is playing WWE 2K25. Specifically, he is playing his Multiverse Nexus wrestling promotion. So it looks like they're starting up, so it'll be a few minutes before they actually get to the action, but I promise it's a lot of fun, so. Alright everybody, thank you very much for joining me tonight. I will be back on Monday with more Tokimeki Memorial. Until then, this has been Jewelry Jelly with Princess Luna and George Washing Machine. And until we meet again, may all of your tea times be perfect.